is never late. Everyone else is simply early.
And I bring puppies, so.
And I was taking care of kittens. So. And if you kids are good, I might go get one of the boys. Dante had diarrhea this week. Why do I say that? Because in kittens and puppies, diarrhea can be very dire.
It gets bad fast.
Thankfully, that's all it was. He never got dehydrated. He never lost any energy. His gums stayed okay. We don't know what happened. It happened.
Well, they do get that stomach upsets every so often, and things just come out loose.
It happened the day after I recorded a video in here. So the last video I recorded, how I did that PSA about kittens, everyone. When I recorded that, I had the kittens. You guys, my patrons, I'm going to start putting up all my behind the scenes of all my recorded stuff I've got to get up. I'm going to put up my behind the scenes. I'm recording that. I was very impressed with how I did it because I had Starman didn't help me at all. He was in bed. I've got the cat crate here. I balanced it here, pulled 1, 2, 3 out. Then I pinned them to my chest, threw the crate to the side, and then I turned like this. And then I realized as I finished chilling with the kittens, I now had to pick the crate back up.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
I'm still not quite sure how I managed that without dropping a single kitten.
Right?
You have been all over my ass lately.
Okay, who's under my wheels?
Derp! I haven't seen Derp in a hot minute. Hello.
Pretty sure he was here just last week.
Was he?
Thought so.
It's a bummer that the sponge can't join us. I have not heard from the sponge or the fraud in quite some time. It's very weird. I feel so odd not hearing from my people.
I saw the frog on last Wednesday, but...
What I'm saying is, like, it's not the same thing, you know? Because I'm not on a lot, so... Hi, LG!
Hey, LG!
You guys saw last night, you saw that Faye Queen and I had a little bit of a... an impromptu intervention last night on Mother's...
Oh, God, what is she cooking now?
I love you so much. That's not it.
Okay.
It's way worse than food. It was actual, like, hey, baby, you are being abused situation.
Ooh.
And everyone in the chat was like, no. Rachel was like, do I gotta get a freaking trailer and hitch it and drive across? Like she was ready. But I will say Peachy made some strides today, by the way, everyone. We'll talk about it next Sunday, but I'm very proud of her. I offered to be her new mom.
Aww.
And I said it with all seriousness, and I messaged her again today. I'm like, I already talked to Starman. He supports me 100%. I will happily adopt you. We'll say I had you at an 11. I give zero shits. As long as you're 10 years older than the person, I feel you could be quasi-parent to them.
It's possible. I mean, weirder things have happened.
So she's black and I'm white. So what?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Michael Jackson has a whole song about it.
Right.
I don't know half the words. Just this. So this has been a weird week with animals.
Oh, yeah?
There was that dog video you and I both came across on Twitter. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it because I was like, I want to talk about it, but I do not want to show it.
I don't know that there's really anything to say other than...
It's just dog body language would be what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I just...
And then there was the hedgehog centipede that
was
she showed. I want to know why they were doing that. I don't know much about hedgehogs.
I think it must be some kind of family or sibling behavior.
It must be. Like, so I've had friends from England be like, do you have wild hedgehogs there? I'm like, no. We have wild stoats and minks and ferrets and weasels. No hedgehogs.
We also have porcupines.
Guys, if you ever saw, was it the Red Abbey? Do you in growing up these books about a bunch of these woodland creatures that took place in like the Middle Ages.
Are you
And
talking about Redwall?
I think it was Redwall. They
No, my
all look
brother read
shabby.
those,
I love those.
so it wasn't ones I read.
I loved them. I loved those books when I was a little kid. I've been going through some stuff. Yeah, Moon's always our love. We always uh stand for Moon. You know, you can always reach out if you need to, honey. Just 'cause I'm sick doesn't mean I can't talk.
And it's not like she'll stop talking, so.
So I have to tell you about that.
No.
So clearly, guys, my throat is sore. We have figured out that the Glade plugin we had, or Airwick, played a part in why I got so sick.
Those things are evil.
They've never affected me before. And I always get the linen scent. But because the litter boxes were so bad when I got sick originally, I think Starman put it up. Zorro, for fuck's sake. I am sorry if you can all hear that. Whatchamacallit, I think Starman put the intensity up because the other night he and I were gaming. He went and he bought a discounted edition of Tiny Tina's.
Oh.
I love Borderlands. It's one of my favorite series. And I love Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what no one say. I fucking love these games. And he wanted to game with me. I have my own PS4. He has his own PS4. So
Nice.
I'm in here playing. He's in there playing. I noticed my throat starting to get sore. And you can see, compared to last week, the swelling is back. Like you can see it here. The ear is fixing, but my throat issues came back. And it was like hard to swallow. I unplugged it. I haven't had a problem since. It's getting better. Now, I already expected the sore throat to stay. So that was the first thing. But then, I'm obviously a social media person.
Sorry, there's a puppy in the room. You know how that goes.
Listen, he's taking out 2 headphones. Don't worry.
No. That's the other puppy that took out the 2 headphones and 3 leashes now. 3.
I mean, that's not funny at all.
It wouldn't be so bad, but I'm sitting at work, and because I take him to work every day, and I tie him to my desk, and he's sitting under my desk, and he's supposedly just chilling out, and I roll back to check on him because I do that every so often. You know, I just want to make sure he's okay. And I look at him, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you that leash was hanging on by a quarter of a thread. I mean, it was hanging on by a piece of thread you could barely fucking see when I saw him. So I just picked it up and popped it off and tied it to his collar, and then he chewed on that piece.
So when I'm going to say this really quick. So when we were driving to Rhode Island, when Orion was a puppy, as a matter of fact, right now, 4 years ago, we were driving to Rhode Island for my husband's Nana's funeral. The YouTube photo you guys see of me looking all sexy, that was me leaving a funeral. There's no filters. That is me in the main sunlight. And I looked so damn good that day. I was like, ooh, 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 ah. And we were going over a bridge over the ocean. We just left the fucking graveyard. And I was like, that looks good. And I've been using it ever since. But anyways, on the way, we had just gotten Orion. I had this custom made, guys. I want to start with that. Gold and blue with little, and I ordered it because I wanted Orion to have this beautiful harness. And Orion was 8 months old at the time. He was the same size as Greta, so he was like 50, 60 pounds. And I ordered it a little too big because silly me, I wanted it to last a long time.
Yeah.
I noticed he went quiet.
That's always when the problem starts.
And I turned around because Orion was very flexible as a puppy. And he has turned and he's got one of the main straps halfway chewed through. Thankfully, it was a really strong rope, so it lasted for a few more months, and then I had to. I still keep it because I spent $80 on it to have it custom made. But, anyways, going back. So Jasmine, my boss, says to me, "You need to stop talking," as she puts me in the front as a waitress. "You need to stop talking," as she tells me to contact customers about catering events and menus and things. And I'm like, and on top of this, I have to meet every morning, 9 a.m. I have to get on a Zoom call with my other boss to talk about her social media. I have to meet up with her because she's doing a podcast, a semi-reality show. She has 4 companies, okay? And she does 5 master classes.
Wow.
Okay? So I have to be helping her film snippets for all of that. And my friend, an employer, has the audacity to say to me, "But you don't shut up long enough to let your throat rest." How you expect me make money? Everything I do involves this. I'm here 3 days a week. Well, technically 2 nights, 1 afternoon. I have to make the videos.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do all the stuff. Why you think I'm drinking coffee at 11 o'clock at night?
Because coffee's delicious.
That's true. This is very true. But coffee's not my nighttime drink. Coffee's I wake up, I have my just crack an egg drink. This is my second coffee today. This is still not help because I had to do a lot of talking yesterday. That's another reason why I asked if he was coming on today. I was like, oh, good, a third person.
Yeah, Lofty can be hit or miss, so. But I told him just to kind of expected an open invitation for any Monday he can make it.
Do you mean he's kind of a lofty person too?
Yeah, he really is. Really is.
That was my bitching, but that my animal subject to start off with is, guys, when you have a pet, you have to be very conscious. Like, so Zorro, the reason why he has constant diarrhea is because he busted his hip. So if you have an animal that has a bum hip, they're typically not going to have solid poops because it hurts. So they're going to push everything out as much as possible. Another reason why I got to get Zorro into the vet. But with Dante, here's what I checked. If you see your animal either throwing up a lot, throwing up, in my opinion, is worse than having booty problems.
I think it depends on what they're throwing up.
I agree, but I mean, if it's either bile or clear, even then it's bad because that means their stomach's constantly empty. Robert, thank you.
Hey, Robert.
Robert follows me on Twitter.
I think he follows me on Twitter too. I might follow him on Twitter.
I've been getting a lot of followers lately on Twitter, and I you'll find this funny, Horror. Now, we all know that according to liberals, I am a pick-me, man-worshipping woman who hates women.
Yeah.
I have now been informed by the red pill community that I am a feminist libtard who is bitter and a misandrist. And I'm like, I want to know how I achieve this. It's so weird.
Welcome to being a libertarian.
Stuff both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because now Pearl is taken to typing in all caps and hating everything.
What is she, 3?
I don't, dude. When I tell you, you need to unmute her. Just look at the timeline. It's fucking hilarious.
I refuse.
It's so.
My life is so much better now.
It's just lonely things when I tell you. When I tell you, but I will tell you, when you have a kitten or a puppy
or an animal.
Should I get Dante to demonstrate what you should look for?
Yeah.
Be
Just because people should see a kitten. Anyway,
That's
why
true.
not? You guys have been well behaved. Ah, exhausted.
For fuck's sake, stop fighting!
Because of that leash he ate through, I had to go to the store and I spent $100 on animal stuff. But I bought a Kong leash. I'm going to bitter bite it. We'll see how that works. I don't have much hope. I also bought some chews to take to work, and maybe chewing on those will keep him from chewing on the leash. It's kind of a 50-50 there. That's the problem with an intelligent animal is if they get bored, they will find ways to entertain themselves, and you're never going to like the way they entertain themselves. It's always going to be a mess. Like, for example, he likes to also chew on the walls and the trim. He's a good puppy, though, except for the chewing.
Number one, they had another growth spurt.
Woohoo!
Well, look at how much bigger he is already.
Oh, look at him.
2, his brother hasn't stopped nursing on him. But what you got to look for is you check the butt. You got to make sure there's no raw, bloody, or tackiness. It should be clean and semi-dry. The scruff should snap back like that. Now up here, you're going to see it not as quickly. It's right here between the shoulder blades where it's important. And the reason why you're looking for that immediate snapback is that is your easiest way to find out if your kitten is dehydrated. You got to check. Are they able to look? Well, he's right now focusing on all the shit in front of him. Is he alert? Is he reacting?
And just doing everything that you don't want him to do?
Well, if you watch, see how he's blinking when I touch?
Mm-hmm.
A cat who's not feeling okay is not going to have good motor skills. See what a well-behaved kitten he really is, though?
Oh, he's so pretty.
And then you take his teeth, check the gums. You can go like this. You can pop open the mouth, check the tongue. You want to see bubble gum. That's the color you're looking for. You don't want to see gray. You do not want to see black. You don't want to see white. You want to see a bubblegum pink. Oh, you are so well behaved. Oh, is this good things to come? And what you want to do is see, are they warm? Are their pads warm? Are their ears warm? Are they too cold? Is their nose just gently wet? Because a kitten's nose shouldn't be bone dry and it shouldn't be sopping wet. It should be just a little wet because they're constantly licking. What? And as you can see, he's alert, he's inquisitive, he's curious, but he's not like lethargic, and he's also not super antsy. Oh, what do you see? What? Oh, you see Nova. Nova's right there watching him. Every night, guys, I take the kittens out and I hold them while I cuddle them right in front of the crate. So he's kind of used to being held like this at night, just not in here. He's watching you, Har. That's why, just like me, he's looking over here because that's where the show is.
Yep. I fascinate cats. I don't know what to say.
Well, he's a redhead. You're a redhead. He sees his own people. What, Dante? Oh, are you mommy's little cuddle buddy?
Oh, he's so cute.
He does this every night with me. The only thing he's not doing is his purr. Normally, he is purring up a storm. Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? You want to touch the microphone?
Hello. What? Really? Must you?
Can you guys believe
I don't appreciate
holding him up? Because I know somewhere in our live streams, I was holding him only a few months ago. Oh, he looked much different. Look at how precious his little face is, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to sniff that microphone more? I have a feeling when he gets big, out of the three of them, he's going to be the one you're going to see joining me on streams more, guys. He is very vocal. You can't tell right now. He is very vocal. He's very inquisitive. And he's actually very patient most of the time. Huh. Alex. Oh, he didn't even hear me and he talked to me. I love it.
He's a very talkative cat.
This kid don't shut up. This is the most quiet he is because he's like so overwhelmed by all the lights and everything. But you can really see. And you know what's crazy? So he was found not too far from where Bastion was born. And if you look, I noticed on his mouth, it's a very strange shape. It's like a half moon. Him and Sonny, Bastion, had it. He has it.
Yeah, sorry, the window's open.
And I believe he might be related to my cat that passed away.
Aww.
Which I think is really cool. And I'm so proud of him right now that he's just being the best little boy. And he is just being so patient and just enjoying being here. So I'm really hoping that once he's, a big boy and he's fully vaccinated and he's out of the crate, that I can do this with him all the time.
Aww.
This is how Bastion was. Bastion was fantastic about being held and being cuddly and just being so patient. He was the perfect kitten. He really was. So this is just going to be the kitty cuddle fest, I guess, guys. 'Cause I'm so proud of this little man right now. No.
I wish I could say this was something new for him, but nope. This is just Alex. It's what he does.
He's just a very well-behaved kitten, like outside of chewing on my foot and chewing on wires. Very typical kitten stuff. He's honestly a really good kitten. He bit my earlobe the other day, though, and he might be trying to do it again. What? Did you see?
Yeah, Bruce bit my nose earlier.
It's terrible, Brucey.
He has a tendency to attack your face.
You see that? Yeah. What is it? Everything is fascinating because he doesn't see this stuff, guys. So in any safe way that you can, always give your pet access to see things that you have, because this builds their confidence and it also gives them enrichment and nourishment, and it makes them less afraid of the unknown. So Dante is unfazed by anything I'm putting in front of him. He just knows that I'm letting him see it, sniff it.
Then he'll try to eat it.
He might. I'm watching him. Yeah.
Almost.
I saw it.
He thought about it.
He did. This is my, I got my Switch custom with all of my emblem.
Cute.
Very, very happy about that. And you just give them new experiences and opportunities. Oh, how'd that feel? Did you like that? Because if you introduce them young, so like for instance, if you have a puppy who's going to require grooming at Bruce's age, even earlier, that's my finger, sir, is the perfect time to give them dry runs. So
yeah,
put them in warm water. Take a hi, Ark. Ark is the second time I've seen you. Yesterday I saw you, well, talked. Whatchamacalls it? When you're going to introduce your puppy, get a buzzer without a blade. Turn that on near them.
Put it on the table.
Right.
Let it buzz next to them. Give them treats while you do it, because trust me, they're going to freak out.
Make sure you're running water near their ears. You're getting their faces wet. And the reason why we say this, guys, is because when you bring them to a groomer, you don't want your dog to be the dog that bit the groomer. You don't want your dog to be the one that got injured because they got scared.
You don't want your dog to be the dog that took her extra time because she couldn't get him to sit still for anything. And trust me, they will test you because Sydney does it to me all the
Mhm.
time.
'Cause, like, look,
My own fault for not starting him earlier, but
watch Girl with the Dogs. She's a perfect
oh yeah,
example of someone.
I love
I
her.
don't like that she grooms cats. Are you getting antsy now? I know you're getting so overwhelmed. I can't believe how heavy he is. He is the stockiest of the three. Like, he's easily 3 or 4 pounds. He's almost as heavy as Penny. Do you realize that? I'm sorry, I just love this damn cat so much. It's especially meaningful because he was found on Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And you really should, Ark. That'd be nice if you could. I'll be there for the night shift. Whatchamacalls it though? It's just it always felt like when I found Bastion, it was like mom and Brandon sent him to me. And this year was especially hard for me. So getting handed you at 8 o'clock at night on Mother's Day was a gift. Now, Horror, I'll let you decide. Do you want to see another kitten?
Yes.
They're not going to be as well behaved as this one, though.
No, they never are.
I'm going to go with Atticus first because he'll get more antsy, and I'll try to finish with Gorian because Gorian will at least stay still a little bit. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Back to your brothers you go. Come on. You did so
Hey,
well.
Ark.
Oh,
I devoured 2 peanut butter sandwiches for breakfast this morning. That is an interesting breakfast. But I made strawberry jam this weekend. And it came out really well.
come on, pretty boy. Don't worry, you won't be out long.
I'm tired, but I'm good, Ark.
The difference already is so night and day. When I walked with Dante, he was very like watching ahead. This one, his head was everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, pretty boy, calm down.
Oh. He's so cute.
Oh my god, I fell in love with his looks from like the moment I saw him. He is just the prettiest little thing.
I love how clear his stripes are.
They're just like you could literally like draw a perfect pattern with them. And in person, the coloration is just so pretty because he's got stripes of red and cream and brown and black. It's unique. And on top of that, he's such a timid little thing.
Mm-hmm.
This one random stripe right there that's like not connected at all. And he's so timid, but not. Oh, and this little toe right there.
Yeah, the one little black bean.
Look at just guys, look at this. He is so pretty. He's like a Rorschach. He doesn't purr that often. He does once in a while, but he really loves head pats, as you can see. Like
Yeah, Vincent doesn't purr either, really.
So actually, I named him Atticus because I really like the name, and also the day that we found them, uh, Isaac Butterfield happened to mention that his son's name was Atticus,
Oh.
and I was like, "That's a strong name. I'm gonna go with that because finding Dante and Atticus, it was a lot like having Bastion and Atreyu back, and I thought it was an actual animal for a minute.
No, it's my Mothman.
That's really well made.
Yeah, well, I have to glue some of it back on, but I got off Amazon. It was really cheap.
It looks
really
really
cool.
nice though. Speaking of moth, my dad yesterday when I got to his house, as we're leaving, he goes, "Hey, I gotta show you something." And we go out onto his porch. He's got a planter next to his doorway. And I look in and there's this big, like big white moth
Oh shit.
black spots all over it. He's like, "I saved him from the rain." And he
Oh.
hasn't moved. He was alive. He's like, I don't know what's gonna happen to him, but it didn't feel right to let him sit there. He had a big old hole in his wing, so I don't know if he's gonna survive. I've
Or
seen
not.
moths be able to do it, so we'll see. Atticus, you're being so much better than I thought you would be.
Hey, Bublino.
Bubs! And Orion is in bed because it is 11:15, sir.
Yeah, you missed the puppy already. I mean, that's what you get for being late.
He would have been in bed by then anyway. They're always in bed before 10 o'clock. So that way all the cats and we get a break from them.
Yeah.
What, baby? You gonna clean yourself? Oh, my baby.
Got an itchy.
He is so serious. And then out of nowhere, he'll like chase my hand around and jump at me. And watching the three of them play is like the most fun because they just let loose.
Oh, he's like, what's that sound?
What's that? Oh, Atticus with the gun.
I think he likes coffee.
Ark, did you just sexually proposition Bublito?
Probably. They're a little for each other, you know.
Makes sense.
I've seen it.
Do you like coffee?
Oh.
That was him. That was him burping at the excitement of the coffee. Here. Smell. Yeah. You are being such a good boy. No. There's no exploring for you.
Not yet.
Just look at these stripes, guys.
Those are
Look at
gorgeous.
this pretty, like this right here. That's a work of art.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't resist this little boy. That's why it was so adorable when Starman was like, "We're not keeping all of them." Of course, honey. Of course not.
Derp, I usually have my coffee with honey, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 teaspoons of milk, and sometimes I have a Turkish blend of spices. That's like cinnamon and other things. I can't remember what all is in it. And I put that in it. That's how I have my coffee.
Because this is a 20-ounce mug, right? And I do about that much of honey in the bottom. And the bottom is not very big.
Yeah.
And so, Atticus, sir, I will bring it to you.
And now he will stick his head in it.
His little rib cage is expanded so far right now. He is huff. What? When are you sending? Oh, shortly before I send the obituary for your dog, because you will not have one after he gets there. That's the only thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, I want Orion." Do you understand that I would have to do a several-month introduction so that way your dog could survive being around Orion until his electric collar training is fully done? Because see, you can't change him.
No.
I actually use the natural creamer. I don't use any flavoring creamer.
Used to use some sweet cream, but I decided I wanted to go with more.
Didn't we discuss this before?
Yeah, the Natural Bliss sweet cream.
Yeah.
But I decided that has too much sugar in it. I get less sugar by just doing 2 teaspoons of honey and the milk.
Really?
Yep.
See, don't you bite my ear on this. Don't do it.
Do it.
He's doing it. He's doing it. Listen, you are so cute. Do not bite me.
No, he's just trying to climb over you. That's what the puppy was doing to me earlier.
Your dog may square up to bears. I would put Orion against almost any dog.
Pretty sure Orion would just
a very strong dog. Yeah, Orion is just like my old boy, hates everyone. No, Orion loves everyone. He is reactive. That's the problem. Orion loves everything. The problem is he believes his love can be crushing you till he figures out what you are, shoving his tongue down your throat, or any orifice he can get his paws on,
Nothing quite like being forcibly French kissed by a dog.
And Orion will happily do it. Happily. With gusto. Again, guys, you got to remember, he endgamed a kitten sniffing it. Sniffing. He sniffed it too hard. It's not that he's too much, Moon. He once you're there after the first 10 minutes, he's great. But Orion doesn't understand that he can't go from a dead stop to jumping on you. And so that's the electric collars for him. Here's the thing. For 2 days, we couldn't find the remote.
Oh, no.
It was exactly where I said it would be, but Starman kept telling me no.
Oh.
And because we couldn't find the remote, we had the collar off. Now, we've been using that collar for what, a month and a half now?
Yep.
The moment that collar came off, Orion knew. No consequences. Went right back to being a dick. So he has not been broken enough. Because you have to understand, Orion is not like most dogs. A lot of you, including you, Bubs, are used to dogs that are bred to be family dogs. They aren't bred with a purpose. They aren't bred with any purpose except to be a dog. Orion was bred with a purpose. Orion was bred to do a job. And so he is much more intelligent. He is much more stubborn, much more boy. He is much more independent. And a lot of folks don't get it because what you guys see is my hard work.
Yep.
What you see is a dog that seems very easy to talk to and train because I put a lot of work in. I know for a fact from how I raised him and how I've spoken, most people would have either put him up in the shelter or euthanized him.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. And you just have to have Star Sun in the background going, I guess she was right after all. Orion was too much for her. What was the job, though? He was done to do some kind of protection. I was not privy to his breeder. All right, hold on. Let me put Atticus back.
He's getting a little squirrely there.
Axel. And he really likes Axel.
Hair looks awful. I mean, pit bulls are bred to do a lot of things. Some fight bears, some guard homes. It's whatever it is. The breed itself is just bred to do something. They're bred to be very independent, very problem solving. Thinking. I'm not sure what excuse my dogs have because they do all that shit. But the only difference is they're small and thus much easier to control when they're being retarded.
So Dante went, oh, I'm coming back out. Went and put his head. I smacked him right in the head with the
Oh, poor baby.
And me too. He looked at me. He went, excuse me, Mom. See, this
you wanted me.
Gorian is he's a charmer.
Oh, he's a cutie.
I think he's got the perfect cat face. Like it's got all the right shapes. But anyways, going back to Orion, a working class dog, you can always tell by one, their size, their muscle structure, their intensity, and their independence. And I've had several people who are professional dog trainers and breeders look at him and tell me this is a very professionally bred dog. Orion needs a job. And the problem is I cannot give him a job. So I have to work around that. So when it comes to you got banned from Twitter, I can't imagine why, Bubblito. And Orion very much tries to find stuff to do. So I have to make the world interesting for him. Hence why I give him cardboard boxes and antlers and everything else. What a good
That's
boy.
what I meant to look for. Damn it.
What a good boy he is.
He's
Orion does not get bored a lot because number one, that's one of the reasons why I have all those bird feeders arc. Like when Art came up to me, I was like, he's like the old house with all the bird feeders on it. I'm like, yes, that's me, because that actually entertains all the animals. So often, what they will do is they will sit on the couch and watch. So you got to realize I've got squirrels climbing my windows and walls. I have birds. I have chickens. There's cats, other wildlife that run through my front yard all day long, which is a lot of entertainment in and of itself. I work with tricks with the dogs. I give them interesting things to chew apart. And as you all know, I'm supposed to be getting a tester toy that Orion should not be able to break.
Supposedly.
So, these are things where, Corian, you are being so good. I love you so much. Like, I love these kittens. Now,
Thought
this
he was
boy,
going to another house? No.
that's a whole other story. That person, literally days after saying that, was like, I found another cat. So, and hasn't asked about this one since. So, at this point, these three are very bonded, and that's very helpful to me.
Yeah.
And so, what I'm most excited about is when they are done and they are, all grown up, they're going to be great with Sinbad, who is desperate to meet them. When I say desperate, every time we close the door to let the kittens run around, I see two little red arms coming through the bottom of the door, desperately waving. He's trying to get them to play with him. You can see it in the promotions tabs. Oh, yes. Moon updated her link tree, by the way, everybody.
Oh, nice.
I actually had a nice thing going with our local pet store. The lady that owns it uses my doggo for these unbreakable toys. Come on. She has yet to find one that she can't break. Right. So, explain why my pit bull wants nothing in my backyard then. The thing is, your backyard isn't interesting enough. Not every dog is the same. Some dogs are more motivated by nature, some are more motivated by people, and some get very nervous out there. Because don't forget, if your dog is always put in the back to kind of be, shut up, dog, go away, we're going to leave you there for a couple of hours, dogs will get very bored of their backyard exceedingly quickly. Orion, if I put him out in the backyard without me out there, he might walk around for a minute, but 9 times out of 10, once my dog is done going to the bathroom, they come right back to the door and sit and paw at it. Because what they want to be with is their owners. And that's fine. He just doesn't have a prey drive, Ark. So Ark is saying that his dog isn't interested in squirrels or birds.
I think he's saying that he'll get rid of them.
No, he's saying he doesn't want them. Ark, what is it? Your dog kills them or your dog doesn't?
I know my dogs would happily kill them.
Well, they're terrible.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what they live for. Though I'm still trying to figure out why Sydney drags all his toys outside. I actually researched it, and everything they came up with, it's like, no, that doesn't really make sense. Now his mom made sense.
Time with outside?
He doesn't play with them, though. He just drags them out there, drops them, and comes back in. See, that's the thing. It's not like he's playing with them. He takes them outside. It's like, I half think it's the challenge of getting them outside that is what he wants to do, because he has to get them through the door, whatever they are. And now, sometimes he brings sticks in, and we're confused about how he gets the stick in, because he got a stick in that was like bigger than the dog door. So I had to figure out how to turn it to get it through the dog door. But yeah, he's a nut.
I would say so. I would have photos of that. Zorro.
I would too.
The only other tux in this household is in my arms right now. See, that was something that I got excited about. I've only ever had, even though technically Penny is a tuxedo, technically Atticus is a tuxedo, technically Sunny was a tuxedo. Luna was a tuxedo, but again, Sunny and Luna don't belong to me. He's a true tux. And I said to Starman, I'm like, kind of excited. It's my second tuxedo. And I already feel he's going to be really lanky.
Mm.
And so it's kind of cute that he's got a lot of the same Zorro shapes. He kills the birds if he gets a chance. Squirrels, possums, raccoons, etc. He hates them. He said Orion enjoys...
No, he enjoys watching them. He enjoys watching them because he wants to kill them.
Right. He's taken out a raccoon. In his defense, the raccoon came up to him and attacked him.
Yeah.
But that's because the raccoon thought he was attacked. It's a whole thing. Here's what I will tell you. It's a high prey drive. Your dog is a terrier. Terriers were bred for that.
His dog is a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Huh?
His dog's a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Rhodesian Ridgebacks are a sect of hound, which are just as hunting. These are animals that are bred to search out Sinbad. Look how he's watching Sinbad because they all know. They all know who. See, he's half Pitbull, half Rhodesian. There's your answer, dude. He's half. The terrier is going to take over more than anything, and the terrier in him, it's prey drive. And number one, he's territorial. That's his yard. If you've got a fenced-in yard, your dog is going to take out whatever comes into his territory. Orion has learned that the road is not our territory, but the moment something touches our driveway, he throws a fit. He starts punching the window and screaming. If he sees it on what is our property, he's not okay. That's how most animals are. I misunderstood your version of entertainment. You said, yeah, because he enjoys watching them, and I've taught him that he has to calmly watch them. Like, you have to set rules with your animals. Orion understands the rule is... What, baby?
What was that?
I can't tell if that was a growl or a sigh.
I didn't hear much, so...
It was very light. I'm going to test his limit and see right now if he starts swatting at me, we know.
It's so funny, those two white streaks on either side of his mouth. Leaves
Right,
the
look,
black lip.
perfect. It's actually a little black rectangle, and everything else is white. It's so cute.
Yeah. We've been having some prey drive issues here with Flynn gone, who was too small to put a collar on, an electric collar on, and Sydney just big enough to get one on. He's not been happy with me because he enjoys playing with the cats, and most of the time the cats will play with him. What we don't want is him running after the cats. Now, our big problem is Vincent is so used to running out of the back door because he's used to Flynn being here and having to wait until they're looking the other way and then running past. And then, of course, you get anything running through the house like that in a house full of terriers, you're going to get an entire pack. And that's what it is. It's a pack maneuver. They're all out there at once. As soon as they see one of them, everybody's mind becomes one and they're gone. And there's not a single brain cell between them.
I would love to see your pack ratting.
Oh my God. I would feel bad for the rat.
I every time I watch it, I have a very dual issue. On the one hand, I love it because it's a quick death and it's not poison. It doesn't damage the environment. And
It's
they're
using
not
nature against itself.
Because they train the dogs to quick.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I always feel so bad because you're seeing these rats they try to live their lives. They just trying to do their rat thing.
And you know that dog coming at him is terrifying.
Oh my God. So it's like, I appreciate it. I understand it. I would absolutely hire it for myself. What? Do you see this? Like,
he's just...
This shows the difference between confident kittens and not confident kittens. Atticus is not as confident, so him being held like this always bothers him. Moon asked a really interesting question though. Okay, so do you want to do first or me?
No, you can go first.
I'm in between. And the reason why I'm in between is this. Zoos serve a very good function because there's a lot of black market animals out there. And a lot of these black market animals, once they get seized, have to go somewhere. A lot of times zoos will take on these animals. And I love zoos that are well taken care of and well funded. That is the distinction. If the zoo is not educated, not well funded, Lolita is a perfect example. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Lolita the whale at the Miami Sea Aquarium. Lolita is a 25 or 21 foot orca. Her tank is 20 feet deep and 40 feet wide, meaning Lolita cannot dive at all.
She can barely swim in a circle.
Lolita was captured from the wild, and the only tank mate she had in that tank, the 20 feet deep, 40 feet wide, there was 2 orcas. Her tank mate endgamed himself. He literally he was only 15. Orcas live for up to 75 years. He caused an aneurysm on himself. What, baby? Oh, the little yawns. Oh, Gorian, you're a sweet little boy. Uh-oh, my sweet little boy's getting a little curious.
Uh-oh.
But and I don't disagree because Ark is saying concrete zoos can fuck off. I understand that sometimes a concrete zoo has to exist. Even in a concrete zoo, they can give it enough room and they can give it enough nourishment if they do it right.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is people aren't doing that in those situations. Zoro, you gotta wait, baby. He is. You guys can't see him. He's right off camera and he is staring me down. Oh, no, he don't. Boy.
You don't want that.
You don't want to step up to, he will attack you. No, 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 no. Read my comment. Zoos are fine for rehabilitation for animals not to fit to return. They can serve a purpose. They don't always, though. I agree. And there are some times where I get, hi, Christian.
Hey, Christian.
Hold on. Let me put Gorian back because now he's like realizing there's a whole room back.
Oh, yeah. There's more to see.
Say bye-bye, baby boy. Say bye-bye.
How fucking cute is this fucking cat?
He's adorable.
I hate it. Just...
Aww.
So cute. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
I'll just talk about zoos while she's gone.
Yeah, you say your piece.
I mean, I kind of feel that the same way for the most part. Zoos serve an important. I mean, they're very helpful for educating the public, for giving the public an idea of what else is out there in the world. There's things that a person can experience in a zoo that they will never have the opportunity to experience in real life because they're never going to travel like that. And the issue comes in when they don't take care of the animals, when they don't offer the animals suitable enrichment, suitable environments. I mean, you can do a concrete zoo and not leave it to the point where an animal has nothing that they can identify with. It's an excellent place for animals that can't be released back into the wild. And it's a good place for research in many ways. Yes, for the most part, having them in an enclosure in a zoo will not provide a full idea of what the animal actually does in the wild, but it gives scientists an opportunity to study them much more up close. In general, it's the same thing as with just about everything. As long as it's done with a good intention and followed through on, funded correctly, and done with care, I have no problem with it.
Exactly. Because number one, when I switched shirts, because it was getting really warm holding the kittens, and Zora was like super warm, and I know he wants to get on me, and I don't want to be sweating here in the middle of the street. It's just like Hara said, because the thing is, guys, I understand to an extent when we're looking at unethical zoos and unethical practices. Totally get all that. One of the reasons zoos were originally made, what made them the most popular was during the Victorian age. A lot of people had never seen this stuff. And zoos started out as private collections for rich people to show off. And it was a lot of wildlife just kind of walking around properties. A lot of folks don't realize vacations, the boardwalks, zoos were all made by rich Victorians to give poor people a reprieve from work, because obviously back then work was very difficult, and they would only get like a little bit of time off. So for 2 pennies they could go and see things that they're never going to be able to afford to see. And that's one of the reasons why zoos and aquariums are so important, is because just like with any other situation, it's really easy to say save the whales or worry about this creature. But when it's not right in front of you, you don't really care. Think about it. And I don't say this lightly. You have an online friend and you love them and you care about them. But one day they disappear. And it sucks. But it's a lot easier to get over that than if your best friend that you see every single day, you go to physically in front of, and one day they just walk away and you hear nothing. That's a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that online relationships and friendships aren't real. Clearly, I'm friends with all of you. Ta-da! But the thing is, it does create a fire in a lot of people's bellies, because now it's not just a giraffe on the African savannah. It's a giraffe that you are handing leaves to so they can eat. It's not just a gorilla that you're hearing about somewhere in Africa. You are sitting there, nose to nose, with only an inch of glass between you and that gorilla. It creates this difference. When you see a whale shark in person for the first time, suddenly you understand how big these creatures are, and yet how delicate they are. And so that's why I'm for them, because we as people go back to the Victorian era when we were still whaling, when we were still overfishing without any care. Suddenly, when things started disappearing and we were looking at these things more, we started caring. And that's what you have to realize. These are situations where now when you go to an aquarium, you're understanding why. Like, so for instance, in Japan, they have tuna, bluefins, and then you watch it swim around and you understand that this is a real creature. This isn't just a piece of sushi.
Even though it is delicious as a piece of sushi.
Let me tell you something. Silver, please tell me that she's joking. Who? Oh, my sister.
Oh, her sister. Yeah. I'll be honest. The one Rachel was talking about is red pandas, and it's like, how is it hard to believe a red panda exists? I would totally get if someone told me I don't believe a platypus exists, but a red panda, it basically just looks like a little red. What's that thing called? Raccoon.
Fun fact: red pandas were discovered first, not black and white pandas.
They're much cuter too.
And red pandas were the original panda. The black and white panda got its name for looking like the red panda.
What?
Yeah, because of the little teardrop eyes, the patterns.
I don't think they look that much like each other, but okay.
Whatever, it's a long time ago. And so the thing is, guys, there's a reason why you've got a lot of conservation efforts now. Look at humpback whales, look at great whites, look at bottlenose dolphins. Look at these creatures that were able to get dragged back from very bad situations because people had these creatures in front of them, or they went on whale watching, or they went into sea pens. So now you have sea pens for a lot of fish populations. You have sea pens for oysters. If you watch, there's a lot of fishermen. There is a whole entire movement on what is and isn't allowed to be taken in for lobsters now.
Mhm.
Lobsters.
They're very fussy about it.
It's and it's excellent that they're fussy about
Oh yeah, and they actually tag them now. I mean, it gets
the,
crazy.
the clip. It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool. And so that's why, Moon, I think it's an excellent question. I'm really glad you asked it. I am for them because we as a society look at what's happening now. And I know it's going to sound like a weird shift, but just follow the trail. The summer of love. How many people are denying it now? How many people are denying the Holocaust existed? How many people are denying all sorts of things? Why? Because it's not right in front of them anymore. Thank God we have video of it. But there are many people who don't even look at these videos. So even though we all know it's true, without that evidence, something to show it to them and make it more real, they don't care. And so it's the best way to make them care. Shove it in their face. I legit start taking any videos anytime I go to the zoo. Dang it. Anytime I went to the zoo conservation to show the kids in whatever class I had to show them these animals exist. Because there's a lot of things people don't realize exist. Oh yeah, I agree.
It's lazy.
Rachel, you're right, because like today, there's a YouTube masterclass being hosted as a summer camp at one of the local colleges. And so, as you guys know, I worked 3 jobs, 1 being this, 2 being social media for the restaurant, 3 being social media for the money coach. And see, I knew you'd come up. And this young man that I'm working with, who is partnered with her for her reality show podcast, he went to a local HBCU and told them what he wanted to do. And somebody just donated it all. He took an entire wing of one of the buildings in the college. He now has a radio room with a sound room and the radio station room. He has a big open room for photos, recording. He has a cafe with couches, a lounge, a lighting wall that says good vibes and plants on it, a stage, and an entire wing of 8 recording rooms for podcasts and YouTube. It's fucking legit. I walked through it and I was like, I was so impressed. He went balls to the walls, and so they're having a summer camp. And the kids, a lot of them couldn't afford it. And like I said, HBCU, so we know these are all Black kids. 3 of them, the parents wouldn't even sign the documentation, so they needed a sponsorship. Now, my boss sponsored all 3 without even a question. And the woman, that's where she said, just some parents just don't care. And so if a parent hears from their kid, they want to go to the zoo, understand there's a lot of parents that don't like animals. I don't want to smell those dirty animals. I don't want to be out in the heat. So the kids don't get to see that stuff, which is why field trips are so important.
Yeah.
So like, even if you do homeschooling, make sure your kid goes on field trips, because the stuff is important. I know it's a tangent, but I just... didn't mean to spit, but I can't with this kid. Look at the countries that are doing conservation with oversight versus all right. Like one of my favorite things is the sanctuaries that have armed mercenaries
Yeah.
that hunt the poachers. I think that's the shit. I love it. How late do you normally stay up? I go to bed at a normal time every single night. I never stay up too late. Right, Choco Hooligan, who's going to be watching this in the future? It's also why I became a big for BBBS of America. She lies. Shut up, Ark! What I love about the San Diego Wildlife Alliance is they sponsor a lot of camps and field trips for this new generation. I really like it. What do you think about the whole summer camps and getting kids involved? I'm going to get a cough drop while you talk.
The summer camps and getting kids involved?
Yeah, like all this stuff, like having kids stay overnight at the aquariums and shit like that.
Oh, I love those things. I actually did some of them when I was little. We stayed at the Natural History Museum once.
In New York?
No, it was in New Mexico, but it was still a really cool museum. They had a giant animatronic T-Rex that would come down. I mean, it was amazing. But the Natural History Museum is really, really awesome.
That's something I really want to go to. Horror.
Yeah.
I just had an idea. Hold on. Let me get the cough drop.
Okay. But yeah, those kind of field trips and overnight stays are great for kids. They help them really connect with things. And it's really, when I remember when I stayed, it was, I don't know how to even talk about it. Other than the fact the floor was hard. The floor was really hard. But, you know, in that museum at night with all the stuff around you, it was really, I don't know.
I know
Okay, what?
Awkward to bring it up on stream, but what if we plan for the year anniversary of the podcast to go to New York to go to the Natural History Museum?
I mean, yeah, we can try to do that. I've never really wanted to go to New York, but I would love to go to the Natural History Museum.
Exactly. I don't want to go to New York. I just want to go to the Natural History Museum in New York.
Yeah.
Or we could plan for the Smithsonian Museum, the Natural History of the Smithsonian. So if you want to look up both and which one's better, and me personally, I'm going to go to both at some point in my life.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think of that? A trip where Horror and I get to do like a couple of special videos about that. What do you guys think? Do you want to try to plan for it, Horror?
Yeah, we can try that. Don't know when we'll be able to do it, but we'll definitely. I think we can plan it out and get it to work.
I don't think it'd be too expensive if we do it right.
New York's expensive. That's.
Remember, I know a lot of family in the area.
Oh yeah, you do. That would make it much cheaper. The most expensive part at that point is getting out of Montana.
Exactly. We could stay in a different state. Just take a train into New York.
Oh, I always forget that over there everything's so much closer together. So yeah, I forget that you can do that. And you can do that like in an hour, as opposed to here getting to the next town's 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Say what?
I have in-laws in Massachusetts,
Ooh.
New York, obviously Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Rhode Island's only 3 hours away, and in certain parts of Massachusetts, it's even less. And Connecticut, just saying. We could do a meetup and everything. It'd be so cool.
Ooh, that would be a lot of fun.
Just saying, come on, we should do a plan.
No, well, we can definitely plan that. We just have to, plan.
See, I sometimes have good ideas, guys.
She does. She does have good ideas. And honestly, I think that would be great.
I think it'd be so much fun. It'd be a girls' trip for the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave all the animals with the men. Sorry to my husband who's going to watch this later on, and to Sheep who's going to watch this later on.
Your baby's watching right now.
Oh, sheep, you're
The
going to
problem
babysit.
is more my mother might not like being left alone with sheep and the animals.
Only sometimes. How dare, Tony? How dare?
It's better than never.
It's better than never. It's true. Maybe I can say hi. And you're not going to have a choice.
No, yeah, no. We'll come kidnap you.
I know where you live. Not that that's creepy or anything.
We wouldn't do anything that creepy.
Not to be creepy. And if we go during like February, March, that's when it's still cold. So we won't die.
That might make it harder,
Oh, fibro.
but I can survive.
We'll figure it out.
It's not like I don't live in a cold climate already. So
Exactly. Oh, it's like when I try to explain it takes 4 hours to get to LA and people are like, but you live in California. Right. But a lot of folks don't realize California is almost the entire length of from Massachusetts to Florida.
yeah,
Like, it's huge. Well, it's like a lot of people forget Rhode Island's so small. So when I lived in Rhode Island, like, I tell them Rhode Islanders don't travel far. A lot of people here, they're like, oh, it's just an hour out. Just an hour? That's the whole damn state.
yep.
Like, yeah, New York smells like dead bodies in summer. We don't want to go there.
Yeah, no. Well,
It's
no.
nasty.
We're definitely not going to be doing the summer trip then.
No, I was already going to kibosh that. That was your idea. Mm-mm.
No, I was usually spring or fall would be more my normal speed, but
Fall would be nice. But it couldn't be this fall. It'd have to be next fall.
yeah, I would. Because that's
Again, I'm being told I've got to go out of country in another few months.
again.
So when I first started working for my second boss, she's like, we're all going to Ecuador. And I was like, ah, she was like, no, we really are. And I was like, I don't have a passport. What? Everyone looks at me like I got 10 heads when I say that.
I have one. I'm just not sure where it is.
Right. I never had to leave. And I do believe spring is nice. If I was going to pick, fall would be the better time to go. And I prefer to go in October. So then we can all go to Salem after.
That would be fun.
If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know where else I'd love to go?
Hmm.
Moon, I don't know if you've done it. The Yankee Candle Factory.
I've never, that one I might have to skip because my allergies.
You don't smell Yankee candles in it.
You don't?
Yankee Candle Factory is set up like a little playground. It's really cool. There's a lot of things in New England that a lot of folks don't get to do. I went to a wedding and a funeral when? Oh, you turn 16 to get your passport, then to go to a wedding and a funeral. Unrelated. In the same year? You guys go to New York.
Wow.
I'll kidnap Starman and the fellas and go to Telluride. Starman won't be happy with that.
I'm not sure Sheep would be particularly thrilled. He's not a drinker.
Starman does not drink any alcohol. He doesn't love nature. And he doesn't like mountains. Starman only goes because I drag him. Here's what
Kinda what
Starman's
Sheep is.
perfect day is. Are you ready? Nap in the morning. Wait. Wake up, have a snack, take his pills. Nap for a couple of hours. Wake up, have lunch. Close the curtains, play video games for a couple of hours. Nap again. Wake up, eat some food. Play video games, go to sleep. That is Starman's perfect day. The man is the laziest creature I know. I'm the one who's like, babe, let's go. Let's get out of the house. Let's go somewhere. Oh, that's so far. That's a lot of driving. See, the problem is that I love my husband. And if you dangle $1 in front of him, that man will hike the Himalayas. But if he don't got to do it, That man will sleep all day. And in between sleep, he'll snack and play video games.
Oh gosh.
The
I
problem
gotta
is,
say that's
Oh, go
something I
ahead.
appreciate about sheep. He's very active. He likes to be. You can't keep him in one place for too long, or he does just fall asleep. But it's not because he's lazy. He just gets tired.
Shadow, I've been trying to tell my other boss that. My first one, she's like, it only takes 4 weeks. I'm like, it does not. She's like, your passport's super quick. You don't have to expedite it. That's overnight. I'm like, expedite is 4 to 6 weeks. A passport's 4 months. No, it's not. I'm like, woman, you haven't gotten your passport in 20 years.
It does come a little faster than that. They give you the longest period of time it's going to take, but it normally does come a little sooner than what they say. But it's
And
still.
considering I'm apparently potentially going to Ecuador in September, I'm not going to run the risk of waiting. I'm going to be like, no, we going to do it now. 0500, first part, Zoom call, work till usually 1800 till dark. Let's just see a live stream. My husband gets up at 4:30 in the morning, goes to work by 5:45, gets out anywhere from 12 to 8 p.m. Rinse, lather, repeat. All the time. So my husband works very hard. I'll be the first to say that. Nobody works as hard as my husband. He has got 10 years in the company and he's got a great reputation. Don't ever try to get my husband to do something that isn't paying him. Because he ain't gonna fucking do it. The only people he ever did stuff for without money involved was my parents.
No.
And that's because my parents said, oh, you want to eat? You're gonna work. And then he started liking them on top of them feeding him. So, you know.
That always helps.
Well, they do good food. Gonna have to give Starman a care package of what? Of what?
Food, snacks, some berries and nuts from the woods.
The man's the pickiest eater on the planet, too.
Oh, gosh.
You guys don't understand. Everyone looks at me and they're like, you're so mean. I'm like, you don't. I cater our entire house around that man. We stopped using loose laundry. So, like, the powder and the liquids,
Mm-hmm.
because the measuring was too annoying for him. So now it's all pods. All of it's
Wow.
down to science. We don't use mop water. We have Bonas and we have Swiffers. Because pulling out the mop and bucket, too annoying. Everything is pods. Everything is streamlined. Everything has to have a pattern. Everything. Why
Wow.
you think I want the all-in-one washer dryer?
That explains a lot.
Because then he can't forget the laundry for 4 days.
Oh,
Put
4
it in.
days. Oof.
When I tell you, Starman eats macaroni. He loves meat. He won't eat anything seafood. Anything. If it crawled out of the ocean, he don't want it.
What's that?
He won't eat anything but beef, chicken, and pork. There is no other animal he will eat.
Really?
He refuses. He loves Italian food, but he hates all vegetables except for green beans, broccoli, corn, and whatchamacallit, and he'll eat like a salad. So he'll have the cucumbers, he'll have the celery and all that, as long as it's cut up in the salad. He loves onions. That's the only thing he'll eat randomly. The onion, he'll eat it like an apple. He
I've
loves
seen
onion.
people do that. That's kind of weird.
He loves spice. See, because you guys forget, Ark has actually met Starman. And he has seen me when Starman's walked into the restaurant and I'm trying to reason with the man what the fuck he wants to eat. And I get, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, at the sound. No. No. He loves potatoes. He won't eat mashed potatoes. He won't eat baked potatoes. The potato has to be in a solid form.
But a baked potato is the solid form.
No, because then it becomes mushy.
Sounds like he has a texture issue.
He's autistic. Hello.
Oh,
Seriously.
good point. Yeah. All right.
Like a lot of folks, they get mad at me when I say he is until I still remember the work snack story. I'm still so mad about the work snacks. You remember what he's talking about, right?
Not really.
Starman doesn't like to buy set work snacks, guys.
Oh, right. No, I do remember that one.
Do you know why? Because that means he has to stick to certain snacks. He don't want to do that. He wants to eat whatever sugar calls to him that day. Even though it's the exact same 3 things. See, because he knows that if he pre-buys snacks, then he can't go get the junk food that I said he can't have. There's, when I tell you guys, because the problem is he wasn't raised like me. He was raised on a lot of boxed food. As a result, when he gets stressed, he falls back onto high school routines. Sweet rings, potato chips, ding dongs, Swiss rolls.
Swiss rolls are good.
They're so bad for you.
They are. They're
And then
horrible
he tries
for
to
you.
tell
Don't
me-
eat them.
This is what I'll tell you guys. So this is what Starman tried to tell me. He only got a couple of snacks here and there. I sat down and I did the math. And this is why Ark is laughing. $80 a week. A week. 50 minimum.
Wow.
And I couldn't figure out where all our money was going. Let me tell you something, guys. Ever since I've had a rope on the snack spending, out of nowhere, we have a lot more money on our hands now. Crazy.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
So weird. And so it's because I got sick the last few weeks, it's slowly been coming back in because we lost about $800 from me being sick.
Oof.
So that kicked us in the teeth. And then on top of that, we've had to constantly go out and buy food on the run because we depleted all of our resources. All the backup food I had that Starman could cook on his own is gone.
Gone. Yeah.
And so I can eat right. See, I can buy him a month's worth of work snacks for $50 to $80. But Starman likes to just go grab them and not tell me. And then think that I don't notice the plethora of trash in the car. The little Swiss roll cardboards stabbing me in my fat little leg as I get in the car. Like I'm not gonna fucking notice. And I say all this because I love my husband and he works very hard. But we ain't getting younger.
Nope. Does not work that way, unfortunately.
And our metabolism is slowing down. And the doctor agreed with me.
Oh.
And when the doctor agrees with a 380-pound woman, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not trying to shit on my husband, but I do a lot to make sure his life is very easy. Because my husband gets stressed very easy. And I still have to edit the system a little bit every time.
You know, it always takes a little tinkering to get things right. And then they can always be a little more right. And then sometimes you have to kick somebody in the head, but that's beside the point.
I did it. I did the kick. And now that I'm finally getting back up to normal gusto, guess who's going to be looking over the bank account?
Oh.
Going back through June and seeing what was spent.
That's going to be painful.
I'm ready. I grew up poor, big whoop. However, I consider graham crackers a cookie. So do I.
Graham crackers are a cookie.
They are. Good night, Ark. I will see you
Night, Ark.
Saturday. You said that 3 Saturdays ago, but that's okay. I'll see you Saturday. And thank you for the super chats, my friend. And I believe, Silvar, I saw you say renew, but I can't see if it did. Did you renew your membership? Thank you so much. I promise I'm going to make it worth it in a little bit.
She's working on it.
Hey, I heard that. Yeah, I know. I said it. I'm so glad I switched shirts.
Yeah, still warm.
And hot. Like, they are, no way, right? Afternoon naps are a bitch, let me tell you. They're dangerous. What I hear is he works. I want him healthy. He works. Yes. That's literally it.
Yeah.
My husband doesn't like to sacrifice anything. I have found healthy versions of his favorite snacks. He refuses to eat them because they're not good enough. And he has literally stubbornly told me this. And this is where the autism does come out. Like, he's set in his ways.
Yeah.
So I just have to keep trying to rework the wheel. I want my husband around for a long time, which is why we're saving up to get him things that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And we're get off my damn cat. Fly. And do you see this motherfucker?
No, I don't, but
He's like that, but
oh god, I hate those things.
ouch, damn spot. I've been shouting that in my head all week. Cause like, did I get it? He crawled between
I
my
hope it's
legs.
not in there.
He did.
Oh god.
I smacked him and he got stuck between my boobs. God almighty.
No, I was out in my garden.
Oh, thanks. I try, Silvar. I try. I just try to give my husband what's... I want to make sure he enjoys life.
Yeah.
And that he's healthy enough to enjoy life. So let me
And that
ask
she's
you
getting
something.
healthy enough to enjoy life with him.
That's why I keep doing what I do. I will say I've been bad this week, but again, that's because we had nothing, literally nothing in the house. Everything's been frozen and I've been getting back to work.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to cook. Well, I did cook. I cooked last week. And then we had a bunch of shit going on. Oh, that's what it was. The 4th of July.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I kept going on the boat. As you guys saw, I was all wavy last week.
She was
That
fun.
lasted for everyone. Everyone that was on the boat had the same thing. And
It is called land sickness. It's not actually being sick. It's just, it's that feeling. Yeah.
it's like you're having very mild sex. But but there's no good stuff involved. It's just the motions. But so last week for like 5 days, I was going in and out of my boss's lake house, traveling back and forth. So that made it very difficult. And then we got back into the work thing. I bit the bullet, even though I really shouldn't have spent it. Today I went and I got some breakfast stuff, which is going to eliminate one urge to go out when I'm out in the morning. And I got exciting news. My boss is lending me one of her cars.
Ooh.
I no longer have to wake up at 5 a.m.
Oh my god.
I'll just have the car. And
That's
Starman
amazing.
can drive her car. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. I'm tired of waking up early in the morning.
Yeah. I hate getting up early myself. I'm going to have to get up early on Wednesday, though.
Huh?
I'm going to have to get up early on Wednesday, though.
Nice how?
I've got to get up early so that I can go to work and be off early enough because I'm about to be a little bit lighter.
How much later? Stop, really?
Mm-hmm, at least.
She's about to lose 100 pounds.
Basically. Oh my god.
Her hair thick.
I was actually in the shower today while washing my hair, and instead of dropping it on the ground of this tub, I actually piled it up on the windowsill
You
to
built a
see
new
how
dog
much
out
I
of it.
was pulling out. And oh my god, if I didn't have so much hair, I would have probably freaked out because there was, I mean, like it was huge. It was a huge clump of hair. And then, I brushed it afterwards and I'm still getting a lot of hair out. And it's like, oh my God.
She built a whole new puppy out of it.
I could have. I very well could have. So we watch these hair videos. He's called Hair Buddha. He watches people who have been doing their own hair. He's a hairstylist himself in Belgium, and he watches people who
Got
have like
weird
dyed.
long face in the nose, spiky hair.
No, he has no hair. He's bald, but he's got a beard.
It's not the same guy then.
No, not the same guy. But yeah, he watches videos of people, dyeing their hair and stuff. And he's a professional. So while he's watching the videos, he'll go back and tell you what they did wrong and what you need to do it right. But I'm watching some of them where they've over bleached their hair and it starts coming out.
Because when it turns to plastic, that always freaks me out.
But the one that gets me is when they're going through their hair and they go like this. And they take this big, long, thick thing of hair out. And I'm like, that's just me after a shower. I am, in fact, the reason Drano was invented because I have way, way too goddamn much hair.
Oh my God. And that's the thing. Like, I know so many people, because you got to realize something when you have really thick hair. So you drop 10 to 80 hairs a day. Your hair is constantly growing. Unless you're experiencing baldness of some kind or your hair is starting to thin, you're dropping hairs every day and growing them very quickly.
I shed more than most of the animals in this house.
Mm-hmm. And so when you've got super thick hair, that hair isn't always dropping. It's staying in the head. So then when you bathe and you're greasing the wheels, suddenly all that shit come out. It's over.
Especially when you're conditioning it and getting it all sliding on out and you're like, you've turned into a hair monster and you can't even touch your face because then it gets stuck on there.
You gotta realize something, guys. I have really thick hair and that's why I don't have long hair. Because when I tell you, it's so heavy. The headaches I used to get all the time. And that's one of the reasons why you don't see me let my hair grow out. Because the moment it gets to here, I start getting a lot of headaches. And it's an ache like you leave a ball cap on a little too tight for too long. I will tell you, just putting a hair clip in my hair will hurt.
I have to buy special hair clips.
It's bad. And a non-balding man, I can confirm the massive production of hair.
Yeah,
that's when her thyroid's out of whack. Ooh. Are you excited though?
I am. I haven't had short hair well, I'll be honest. My hair grows out really fast too. So next year I'll be back here.
Right before I got sick, guys, this was up here. You can see it's already starting to cover my ears. And this is no longer shaved. This was shaved flat. So that shows I got my hair cut second week of June.
Yeah. It isn't looking much less butch.
Right. It's looking more me now. So I'm only going to get the edges gently tightened. Holly, if you're listening, gently tightened.
Holly, put down the guide. Put it down.
It's a 2 and a 1.5. It's the man's, not mine. I'm learning now. I'm now paying attention to the measurements because the computer has it out for me. Holly doesn't. The computer does.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to let it do it again. But I like that James is like Cassie crying about hair. Yes. You don't understand. It's hard, okay?
I'm just looking forward to the
They take really good
savings.
care of my hair, so it's thicker because it's healthier.
I'm just looking for how much I'm gonna save. I'm looking forward to how much I'm gonna save in shampoo
No, I'm looking for
and
how much you're gonna
conditioner.
save in your
Oh my
shoulders.
god.
People don't realize it. Like, just lathering takes forever, and usually you gotta do it twice. The first wash through doesn't always work. You gotta go second round. Get all that damn oil off. Well, I'm also a greasy Italian, so a little different for me. I use the clippers without the guard. It still grows back. I cry about my hair too, how thin it is, but it looks so dashing on you the way it is.
My mom's the same. She's got thin hair.
My hair goes very slow, that I can wait 3 months for a haircut. The only reason I wait several months is 1, to save money,
Yeah.
and 2, because I want to make sure I get the right mushroom. And when I get the mushroom just right, it looks super damn cute. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'll show you guys what I mean.
We've got someone trying to troll us in my Rumble chat. He's done a very poor job for the most part.
Oh, come on, tell me. Let's roast him.
But he does have a good one that I actually chuckled at just a little bit.
What? Oh, come on, tell me.
Hold on. Oh my god, your cat is fat too. The infection is spreading. Your cat eats more than all of Africa.
Hold on. You mean this cat? I mean, boy, do you have eyes? Doesn't they work?
But like I said, he's just trying to troll. But that one was amusing. That one made me chuckle a little.
Listen, you can call me fat all you want, but none of my animals fat. Except and Arya did it to herself. Just saying. But I did that because anyone else watches like, well, is Zorro fat? No.
Nope.
My boy be scrawny. He been scrawny since birth. Trying to find the mushroom. I call it the mushroom. It's not, but when you guys see it, you'll understand why I call it the mushroom. Please hold. Because I'm going to have to send these to Horror on Discord. And I can share them and not worry.
Makes sense.
About anything getting... Because you know when your hair is like just right? Trying to find all the right ones. Ah, there's a good one. Where is it? There's this photo, guys, of me with Daisy. And when I tell you, it's so fucking cute. Is it Daisy? I think it's Daisy. I'm gonna see. I kind of just use the same profile pictures. Kind of a good one. Don't mind me. I'm just being a typical millennial girl right now, and I'm looking through my selfies. Here it is. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. You guys ready? I think you're not ready. You not ready for all this jelly. Hey, Pluribus.
I should find that real quick. I think it's way back down at the beginning, isn't it? No.
So I'm about to be a photo whore. Sorry, guys. Share. So there's this one. See how the swoop is on the hair?
Oh, it looks cute.
This is where the mushroom is. And when this is the longest I like to let it get. These are obviously all pre-Star Sign days. Oh, yeah. Whoops. This is soon because we look cute. But right here. This is like literally one of my perfect hair days.
Nice.
When I tell you, I aim for this. But the problem is now they trim all this back here way too much. And so it doesn't get long enough for me to do that. Which stinks a little bit. Because like I normally do this. Let's see. To create the mushroom. And I designed the hairstyle on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So I could wake up and go, and walk out the door.
Actually, that's what I like about what I'm about to do is partially because of the texture of my hair and partially because of the haircut I want. I'm literally just going to be able to go and leave. I'm not even going to have to pick up a comb.
Love it. You have no idea how hard it is because when you've got the amount of hair she's got, guys, I know we got a lot of guys in the audience, but I know there's some ladies. The tangles,
Oh my God.
fucking whore. They're terrible.
Make it painful.
So painful. And then like all you want to do is like one of the pleasures of having long hair is doing that. And then you get just back here. Right? She made the face.
Well, and then the worst ones are you're running your fingers through your hair and you get right to the end, right here. And it just goes
that sharp little
ah!
And I don't know why, but that's even more painful.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate it. Hated it.
I'm looking forward to having shorter hair for a while.
I'm excited. Has he said anything else or is he bored now?
Nah, he's still going, but his most recent one is, did she eat a slightly smaller black woman? Is that why she acts like that?
That was racist.
Right? Well, I mean, in fairness, I will say he said she thinks she's greasy because of her race. So
Yeah,
he's not entirely racist. He's just selectively racist.
I hate this. I forget what my Rumble password is. I'm too lazy to find out.
I'm not, well, never mind. Engaging with that kind of statement's just silly. I know better.
Let me see.
He's asking why I'm enabling you, which, I mean,
like
I have any control over someone in another state, but
you can't control what I do?
No, I can't. Here, I want to share this with you guys. This is me while I was dyeing my hair years back. It's me as a platinum blonde.
Why isn't your Rumble linked on your damn Twitter?
That's a good question. That's the wrong thing.
You gotta share, baby.
Yeah, no, I hit the wrong button.
I don't
The
like
platinum blonde does not work for me.
I don't like it.
No, it
Mommy,
doesn't.
no.
No. No, that's not a color for me.
Mama, no.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
that
are way
was-
prettier as a redhead.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let's unshare that because I'm not sure.
I turned it off so you can go to the next one.
Okay. There's nope, not that one. That one you can't really see
Pablito, are you
very well.
still here? Did you get hit on more? No, I know where I can find your Rumble.
Go.
Just go to your damn Discord. I'm smart, I
I
swear.
don't have a Discord.
But you had one.
Nope. Hold on. I'll just
Ooh, you are a blue though.
that is what I was doing with my hair when we went that color.
So that's very similar to what I want to do, but I want the roots to be like a teal going into like a blue and then an aqua.
Oh, this is actually so what I was doing is this can't be the same one because this was the green was an old growth because I'd been green before, and then I had to put blue on. And hold on, let's go back again. Because I have one with purple too. Can you see the purple in that picture? No.
Oh, by the way,
Here's
guys,
a good one.
Timu keeps messaging me for a sponsorship.
Oh God, no.
Like, they've messaged me like 6 times.
Oh, I take it back. He is extremely racist, or at least that's what he's saying.
And I'm like, I don't feel good about that one.
I can actually give you a link. But if you want to share that screen real quick.
I like you better with the greenish. Like with the ombre.
Yeah.
I think it brings out your eyes really well.
But that was fun. Back in the old days.
The old days. Trying to see if this is right.
There's
Oh, it
the
was
link.
right. Oh, oh, oh. Is that you that I'm looking at? Yes. Let's see.
I hope you recognize me at this point.
No. It didn't say the. I'm looking for the chat.
Did I used to be 80? Yes, I did in fact used to be 80. Thank you.
So
That's obviously a compliment. That means I've de-aged.
Bale, I understand the racism part, but I do want to ask you, do you do your research before you mock someone, or do you just stick both feet straight into your mouth?
I think he's literally just going off of what he sees on the screen. He's trying to wing it. That's why I said he's not that impressive, you know?
He's not. Because, like, you're right.
See?
He's boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude.
It was the one comment that made me chuckle a little bit. Other than that,
my God, guy. Like, is that why you're on Rumble? Because all you can do is say, like, the most shocking words you know?
Well, those aren't even really shocking words on Rumble. You can use words better than that. And here he is just
being basic.
It.
You live in filth where? The bowls or the toys? It's okay. I get
He's
it.
talking about what's in your head. We know it's dirty in there.
Bale, you naughty, saucy thing, you. How'd you get in there? But yeah.
I mean, want me to tell a funny fat joke? If you have a funny
oh my
fat
gosh,
joke, Sleazy, we like funny fat jokes.
I might put it on my next video.
You hear that?
Robert, I love it. I can do better roasting of a streamer, but there is love behind it too. Shadow, we got you.
Yes.
I just, like you said, I get bothered by lazy insults. I was like, oh, you fat. Holy shit, is that why my clothes are big?
No wonder I have to wear a circus tent to work. What the fuck?
Right?
I thought I was just puffy.
Is that who that bitch in the mirror is? Fuck, I've been confused this whole time. I love Horror's red hair because of her fiery personality. Aww, thank you for the $5 super chat, James.
I appreciate that.
It was a rage boner, right? Men who really try very, very hard to remind me how fat I am tend to get really turned on by how fat I am.
Yeah, the more they deny it, the more they just want to try to.
I really purposely did the squirt. I hope it worked. I wanted the squirt on purpose. I was double entendre.
Nice. Nicely done.
Omar's Tent Factory.
Buy your fabric by the acre.
Pluribus, this is why I keep you around. I love this man. That's beautiful. No, see what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a story. And I don't know if I can tell it on YouTube. But it's about the 3 wise men and a very angry father, Papa Star Son, and Brother Star Son. outside decorating for Christmas. You see, my brother was a very curious lad, and my father was a very miserable bastard.
Oh God.
And so Philip said, Dad, who are these guys? He goes, they're the three wise guys. That's Ahmed,
Oh God.
Omar the tent maker, and the black one's Leroy. So next day went to school. And in school, they were talking about the tale of Christmas.
Oh no.
Don't beat me to it. And the teacher asks, does anyone know who the wise men are? And whose arm went up the fastest? And the 7-year-old Philip told the whole school in front of the principal. That's Ahmed, Omar the tent maker, and the black one's Leroy. You could have heard Martin too. And my dad got called to the principal's office. And my mother voluntold him that for the rest of the year, Daddy would be doing any and all decorations and play pieces. My father's a very talented artist for the school for free. My father worked for a government office, okay? I need you to understand this. My dad worked on nuclear submarines, and my mother called him at work
Oh no.
to inform him he had to leave his government job and come to the school. And the entire fucking they were roasting my dad for days.
Oh, I'm sure.
I loved it. I loved it. Hara told me to grow up. I told her I would when she stopped growing sideways.
So he's supposed to be growing up now because I am now contracting.
Sleazy.
We'll see which one happens faster.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. That wasn't a good one, but why do guys gain weight after they get married? Because when they're single, they come home, see what's in the fridge, and go to bed. When they're married, they come home, see what's in the bed, and go to the fridge. That one's not too bad at all. I like
No.
that one. Shit.
It's an old one, but it's still a good one.
I like that one. Oh my god. I was gonna say, cause Sleazy, that second one, you tell me a funny one. And Bale, obviously I'm fat. Again, honey, you have 2 brain cells and they are trying so hard for 3rd place. You need to actually look at my socials. I know it's hard. It's called the internet. You see my name? It's down. See that little pretty bar down there? It's got all those pretty words in white. Little symbols next to them. Those are social media platforms. Now I want you to work really hard. It's difficult. The little symbol that looks like the YouTube play button. See the name Starson? Go to that magical red button. Type that in. And a wonder will appear. Ah! Go.
All sorts of stuff you can make fun of her there.
Go fetch. Go boy. You can do it.
That's the funny thing though. For like the first, I don't know, 10 minutes he was here, he thought that you could see the chat. Even though I said you couldn't.
Wait a minute. So this asshat was yelling into the ether?
Well, no, he wasn't yelling into the ether. I was responding, but
It's all right, baby. I finally noticed you. Here's that attention you wanted. It's right there. So, I've had 3 small skin cancers in the past couple of years. So summer I ordered a Burger. Sir.
I mean, sometimes I think we should return to those 40s and 50s bathing suits where they were basically from the sh- the shoulders to ankles, all just
That's
one.
kind of cute in like this corny way.
Yeah. I think men should have to wear those on the beach.
Oh my god. When they came out with that that little ball sack string, there were men with no ass cheeks somehow keeping those up. I want to know how. That is magic. I don't want to see how the magic works.
Imagine it's the same way a woman with no hips keeps on a G-string.
Yeah, because it's usually attached somewhere or
Yeah.
tight. But if you got no nuts, no dick, and no ass cheeks, what's holding it up?
Magic.
Exactly. But I don't know the magic.
Tape.
I don't even want to show because I don't want to get demonetized. Bony hips, but there's at least a little dip there, right? So it's like you've got that little indent. I don't know. I don't want to think about it too hard because there was a lot of guys that just, if you ain't got the junk to show off, don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Speaking of junk to show off, though, I am a happily married woman. But yo, did anyone see that picture of Henry Cavill?
Nope.
On Rolling Stone.
Nope.
I'm gonna send it to you. And the reason why I have it is because everyone was like, he doesn't have a very big dick, his balls are... And I was like, how does nobody clearly see the indents in it? So I had to pull out my artistic skills to show everybody. So I'm going to show you, Horror. So that's the original.
Okay.
Nobody could see what was clearly there.
Wait. Okay.
Do you see it?
Oh no, I see it.
Everyone thought it was something completely different, like that big with one giant testicle and one little one. And I'm like, where the fuck are you looking? Are we looking at the same set of nuts? The tyranny of the waistband. All men's clothes suffer under the great tyrant that binds and splits the torso in twain. I fucking can't. I can't, guys. It's one of those nights. Honey, I do not care who you are. Then why are you here? Begging for my attention for... Because you said he'd been here since the beginning.
Not the beginning, no. Shut up about an hour and a half in, maybe.
So it's midnight on a Monday. And you've spent an hour trying to get my attention. But you don't care. Okay. I love you too. Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
But anywho, now Rachel, I have a question for you. If you go on the jaunt across the country to save the peachling, who's gonna watch your entire menagerie? Because you think you and I have animals. Have you gone on Rachel's Instagram?
No, I haven't, but I know she has a ranch, and I know that means a lot of mouths to feed.
I know he can see this, so that's a mommy. I want attention so bad. That's tongue out, mouth open attention. Mr. Part of the audio, was that a kiss from me? Now it is. And yes, Henry Cavill is delicious, despite what Edie says.
Plus, he has short arms.
I'm judging you, young lady.
I'm okay with that.
I'm judging you. So hard. So hard. Oh, and guys, I saw the cutest baby the other day at my job. This little girl had the perfect pout. So my boss's husband is like 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone else around this child, including her own dad and mom, are like 5'1", 4'11". And so my boss is holding this baby, and her husband comes up behind her and he goes, "Hi." She went,
Oh,
like, just lost it. Lost it.
poor
I'm
baby.
heartbroken, but I'm in the deep camp. Star-san, did you hear? Did I hear what?
Mm.
The only Gina who? Gina Carano?
Yeah, they dated a while ago, but so
That
the
is
breakup thing's not new news.
That is tragic. They would be gorgeous together. Their babies would be beautiful and muscular.
Hopefully, they get the arms.
Do you know what lives rent free in my head?
What?
Have you
Oh,
ever watched the bloopers on Deadpool?
mm-mm.
So you've watched Deadpool, right? So you know this.
No, actually, I haven't. Sorry.
Oh, you never have? Okay,
Mm-mm.
so there's a scene where Ryan Reynolds, he's getting experimented on, and Gina Carano is one of the bad guys in the film. And oh, the
Oh
little
yeah,
boy,
Captain Corey. Yeah,
Captain Corey passed away.
yeah, he died. I think it was yesterday.
We say a prayer for a very sweet soul. That's so sad. Well, now I feel bad telling this funny story. But
I think he'd appreciate it. Well, maybe not the content of it, but the spirit.
no, it wasn't nasty. So Ryan Reynolds, everything is off the cuff with Ryan Reynolds, as we know. And so what it is that he's supposed to make fun of Gina's character, and then she's supposed to punch him. So the last thing he goes, I think he said discount Rosie O'Donnell. He said, "You're really gonna leave me here with discount Rosie O'Donnell?" And she actually nailed him. And he went, he goes, "Sorry, Gina." And it was fucking hilarious. I love it so much. A woman with no hips is a man? I mean, sure.
Sometimes.
I mean, Bale, if that's the only excitement you're gonna get in a week,
At least we're here to provide it.
calories off of my jiggles.
God knows I'm not going to argue about the views. So
Well, I love when trolls don't realize that every time you interact, you're helping us.
Yeah.
So continue, babe. But I'm gonna send the baby to you because she's just so cute. And I felt so bad. Let me see. Do I've got the pout? Yep. I got the pout. Obviously, we can't show these because it's
someone else's kiddo.
But I can confirm for you, adorable baby. Adorable. So well behaved. Like, you know when kids get scared or sad,
No.
they get a little violent?
Yeah.
Just what you see there, that, like, it wasn't even like a scream. It was a, like the most,
Oh, she's so sad.
like, and she does that little, like, it's just, I can't describe
Oh.
how cute this kid was. And then my boss, if you look how she's looking up, she's like, "You want another?" He went, "Not at all." It was hilarious.
Oh, that is such a sweet kiddo.
She was precious.
Oh.
She was precious. I love it. But I don't know. So what else about animal news? I still haven't been able to get that video that I wanted to show last week. I really wanted to show it.
Mm.
I can't find it anywhere. And it's annoying me.
Night, Robert.
Night, Robert. But, well, that was something I did want to bring up, and I think we've brought it up before. But people that say you can't be a lover of animals and not be vegan.
That's so dumb.
I just don't get it. Because, well, you start.
All right. So if you love animals, you should typically invest a great deal of time into understanding how they live, how the world works, the order of nature. So it is completely normal and natural for one animal to eat another animal.
Right.
At no point does it make it wrong or immoral as long as you treat the animal well before, it goes off to feed you. The idea that you can't treat an animal well and then still eat it is ridiculous.
I think people just don't understand that there's like, just like we were talking about earlier with the ratting, right? So like a lot of folks are like, oh, well, that's inhumane. When you look at it in the grand scheme, what is more humane? A rat dying from a quick bite to the throat, or dying a slow, painful death from a poison?
And worse, going on and poisoning another animal because it ate that poison that's still in the system and thus will then kill that bird, that cat, that whatever.
Terrible. And see, like, a lot of people get mad at me because I'm saying that when I get my chickens, which I found, ooh, that was something I wanted to show off. ADHD moment. But I found something. Are any of you looking to get chickens? Let me see.
If I could figure out if I'm allowed to have them, I sure would.
Well, because I actually found a really good brooder.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to show it all to you. What is it called? Oh my God. Amazon knew exactly what I was looking for. Creepy, but I love it.
It's almost like it stalks everything you do on your phone or something.
Crazy. Equipment, supplies, accessories. This is accessories? All right, I'll just put in rent-a-coop. Okay, so I found this brand. Shut up, computer. I found this brand Rent-A-Coop, and I'm trying to find the brooder kit. Here it is. Okay, hold on. Let me share. Oh my God. I gotta show you guys. I'm so excited for it. Because I'm gonna buy 2 of these, okay? So check this out, right? So the reason why I wanted to choose this one is because it comes, you fold it in and out, right? So watch
easy now.
Up. Okay. It's got little slider doors with a lock.
Cute.
This kit comes with the heating plate.
Oh, cool.
No spill feeders. Check that out.
Nice water.
And everything is outside, so the chicks can't destroy it.
Nice. Also, don't have to worry about getting them, letting them out by accident. When
right. And you don't reach from above like normal. You'd reach straight forward.
Mm-hmm.
They say it accommodates 4 chicks. I think I could squeeze 5 in there. And then it pulls away.
Nice.
And I really want to get this. I want to get 2 of these. It comes with everything that you need. And then this, I found a slightly larger version of this. Because the one I want originally is a lot more expensive. I think it's
of course.
the one right here. Okay. So see this one?
Uh-huh.
So is 130 square feet. So this is like almost identical to what I want. I don't know why it's reading it in inches. I needed it in feet. Is it? Yeah. So right here, 13 feet, 9 feet, 6 feet.
Nice.
This is perfect for what I need right now to get started. And if you wanted to start on your own chickens, you could get this and a small coop to go inside.
Yeah.
You technically could have just this for your chickens.
Coop's
So I
better
showed
for
you
'em.
guys this because, like, oh, look how stinking cute this is. Totally unnecessary, but come on, it's funny. Come on. Again, I say unnecessary in every way, but so cute.
It is adorable.
But you could literally get everything you need. See, I have all these plans, guys, you understand. But the reason why I want this one is that is a much more attainable price for me right now.
Yeah.
So I can start off with the $154.99 because I'm thinking of getting meat birds. I'm not sure yet. But the reason why I say that is I'm going to start with this one
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually get a bigger run for my chickens that would be egg layers, which would be something like this. A much bigger run. And I would move that smaller run out into somewhere like my front yard
Mm-hmm.
and have my meat chickens in there.
Makes sense.
And then I would just have them go around the yard in the front. I would move their hutch as needed. And then I would, once they're old enough, slaughter them.
Right.
Move on to the next. See, like this one's really nice. So when you guys wonder what I do all day, these are the plans I make. This is the shit I do. Okay? I need you to understand. I sit there and I financially plan all these little ideas I have. And then I think, how am I going to execute it? Now, why is this $199 but the other one is $159? Make it make sense. But look at all
I have
these.
no idea.
And I was just looking at like, this is $750. What? This one's only $139. What's so special about you? Oh.
Gee, I wonder.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
not
3
being
layers of
boring,
shipping.
guys. But Sleazy says PVC pipe and chicken wire would be cheaper. The area I have is so limited, but also big, it wouldn't be. I have a very large area. See, like this is a little coop you guys could get to put inside to keep your chickens safe at night.
Yep.
So when they're in the coop at night, in case something broke in, you would have a second thing for them to go through. It's pretty decently sized too.
It's pretty cute.
See, I've been looking over this shit for like months. When Star Sun plans, guys, I plan like I love pre-shopping. Once I want it, I'm just launch in. And see, when I get this, the reason why I want this one is because I'm gonna put these in my bedroom. So
Oh,
I
God,
can
that's
keep
gonna
a
smell.
close watch on the chicks.
That's gonna be interesting.
Well, I'm gonna put it. I mean, if I can get kittens to survive with no issue, what I would do is
Break
I'd
one
set
little.
these up inside the crates and just close the crate door. And then I can just open the crate door and slide these open. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'd be a little worried about it still.
I've had tiny, tiny kittens with no problems, so I'm not too worried. Bubblino, now you're here.
Problem is kittens, even tiny kittens, are cleaner than birds.
Oh, I'm not worried about the mess part because, again, the dog crates that I have are gigantic. Like, they're twice the size of this brooder. And this brooder is all enclosed. So all the mess is going to stay in the brooder.
I'm just worried about the smell.
Oh, well, at this point, I just don't care anymore for that. Plus, it's only going to be like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
See, Penny ruined all my issues with smell because it's Penny. So I'll clean it up. I get over it. I don't have nobody over anyway because Orion has kiboshed that. Oh, what did you do?
Yawned.
You yawned.
Yeah.
Danger. But yeah, I just gotta do. Hi, Esteban. No,
Hey, Esteban.
Bubs came, left, came back again. But oh, Esteban, I've got the room. I've got 2 acres of land. I have a chicken coop, and I had a fence. A tree fell on the fence, and so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take that fence apart, and what I can salvage. So right where I am right now, pretty much right here in between this wall, I'm going to put the fence across the yard so that way Orion can't access where the chickens are. Because there is a door to my coop right here. And there's 2 doors. There's a door directly to the outside of the coop, and there's a door to the inside of the coop. And that's how my landlord had it set up. 2 problems. She never used the wooden door over here, so it's sealed shut. And 2, she had to jerry-rig the door to the coop. So I want to fix it. Right now, currently, Orion could break in with enough effort.
Ooh.
I want to fix that.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I'm going to string up the chain link.
Right.
Because Orion will have less chance. All the problems I've had in the yard, with the exception of the kitten incident, is right over here. Right here. Orion loves to go to my my supply shack because a lot of animals take shelter in there. The cats and the raccoons and the possum all hide in there. The only thing in there is my lawn equipment and my lawnmower.
And a bunch of spiders.
Lawn spiders. That was something I wanted to tell everybody. I have a team of spiders. I have a team, guys. We've got Gorlock, Shelob, Carlita, the whole team. And they have been paying rent. Quite a bit of rent. Very proud of that. Oh, and there's a bird's nest. Hold on.
Oh, there's a bird's nest?
I'm going to send you this photo. You'll like this one. And I'm going to send a couple of photos so that way the photos that are there don't get noticed. So hold on. These are inconsequential, but they'll look cute when people see them. I just don't want them to see the personal stuff from
That makes sense.
Yeah. You see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I get it.
So earlier, I got home. I look up into my carport. And I'm like, what the hell is that over my electric box? And I'm looking like, it looks like a bird's nest.
Oh.
Now, here's the problem, guys. I'm too short. I'm too short for where this nest is. Okay? So I put my phone up and I aimed it right into the little hole. And I was like, let's see if anything's in there. Now I want you to look really close. As you see the small sparrow that is giving me the dirtiest stink eye.
What the fuck?
She is glaring me down. I couldn't see her. Like I saw something. I couldn't tell what it was.
Oh.
A
That's
nanosecond
sweet.
after I took this photo, she gave me the biggest fucking heart attack. Because she was flying out of that nest. And I was like, ah! Because mind you, this is like 7 in the morning. And I just had to show you guys because I don't know this. I thought they might be chicks.
Yeah.
If there are chicks, I can't see them.
No.
But once again, she's also paying rent because she's right near where I throw the old food. And I saw something today, guys. I'm going to show you what it is. Because I'd never seen it before. I never saw it until today.
Okay.
And I saw quite a few of them. I've been throwing food out on my property now for going on 5 years. This is a rather large beetle. This is like the size of a quarter.
It is a large beetle.
Has anyone seen these? I'm not going to tell you the name of them yet. I want to know if you've seen it.
I feel like I should know the name, but no, I haven't seen any in person.
There was a crap ton outside my house because, as you guys know, I will throw spoiled food from the restaurant outside my house to keep the possum on my property because possums eat a lot of ticks, raccoons eat a lot of ticks, chickens eat a lot of ticks. So I throw this old spoiled meat. I've never seen these creatures. For the last 3 days, I don't know why. Nothing would eat the food. Nothing. There was nothing put on this food. There was nothing wrong with it. All of it is halal because my boss is Muslim. So it's processed very naturally.
Right.
These are American carrion beetles. You only find them on dead bodies.
Oh.
And yeah, they're a form of scarab. When I tell you, they're really cool looking up close. Something today decided to eat all the meat over there. And right where the meat was, there's about 50 of these motherfuckers. Just circling. And it was just so weird. I had to share with you guys.
That is really weird.
Because I've just never seen them before. When I got out of the car this morning, there was one in the driveway, and I was like, the fuck are you? Never seen you around here before. And I was just watching him, and he was very, you could tell he was following a scent trail. And he was confused. I think that's why. He was looking. But I just wanted to share that.
That's cool.
I thought it was cool. But that's all I have for today. The China bug. That's all I had. That's all the interesting stuff I have to talk about for animals. I'm tapped otherwise.
No, the only thing I have is depressing. So
The dog.
not mine. Friends. A bunch of information I could give out about various things there, but I don't really want to end it on that kind of note.
Because that's all I have too. Is another friend's dog passed away, and so it's just.
No, my friend had to put down 2 of her dogs. Basically for the same issues too.
And we'll save it for. We'll start next week with a little bit of sad, and then we'll look up fun stuff this week.
Yeah.
Because we're just getting back into the rhythm because I had to fuck it all up.
That's all right. I will be. Actually, no, I don't think that'll affect us. Never mind.
What?
I'm going to Houston in August, but
that's
that's
fun.
the 9th to the
My God,
13th,
it's
so
right
I'll be back. I'll be here.
It is already July 11th, isn't it?
It is already July 11th. Yep.
It's almost spoopy season.
Mm.
That's all.
Much better season. Yeah.
Because next month on August 16th, a momentous thing is happening.
Ooh.
Pumpkin spice is back at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, okay.
Listen, because that means that Michael's and Hobby Lobby and everyone else is going to start getting their spoopy stuff.
Actually, you might as well start looking for it now the way things are going.
See, because here's the thing, guys. Star Sun's now starting to make a little bit of money. So I'm going to have more than Dollar Tree shit this year. And I'm a little excited for that. I'm
Nice.
a lot excited for that. I'm ready. I'm so fucking ready for Halloween. You really, Moon, I don't joke when I say it. I really hate the summer. And you guys will see, my boss keeps saying, why you look so haggard lately? It is 89 degrees every day. Why do you think I look haggard every day? I won't look good until the temperature drops. Because I don't like this weather. It's disrespectful outside. Is it not?
I do okay in this weather, but I live in a much drier climate.
I don't care if it's dry. I don't care if it's wet. I don't care if it's in between. If it's over 70 degrees, it's disrespectful. That's it. And fall is the best season. Hold on, let me highlight Moon's genuine concern for me because I love her. And then Shadow Warrior's 100% honest take. Yes. Yes. And so I am very ready because your girl last year couldn't buy all these really cute decorations that I wanted for my front yard. This year, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the only person decorating for Halloween in my entire road.
Ooh.
We're talking 3 different roads. I'm gonna be the only one. Oh, girl, I'm ready. I'm excited. Shadow
Jeez,
Warden,
man.
I'm sorry. Listen, it is 1:12 in the morning. Shut up. I only got as far as the war. The rest of it's just there. Time for you to go to bed, Star Sun. Shh. Don't tell me what to do.
She won't do it if you tell her.
She's right, you know. Last night they were roasting me, dude. They were roasting.
Yeah.
So last night, Peachy, Faye Queen, and I were all talking about a lot of stuff. But then we were talking about Kiki Palmer and the Jonah Hill thing and all this stuff. And so every time, because I was getting like I'm getting right now, which is why I know I got to get off soon, my voice was worse. And I kept saying I'm going to get off. And then Peachy would say something. And I'd be like, well, as a matter of fact.
And off you go again.
And my whole chat, because I figured out how to do what you do.
Oh, the restreaming? Yeah.
Right. So it's Faye Queen's restream, but I was attached and live on my side.
Right.
All our people, everyone was roasting my ass. They were like, oh, this is a stream that never ends. Oh, Star Sun thinks she's going to stop. And it was going and going and going. And
Nice.
he kept like bringing something else up. And I was like, and I was getting so tired because it was like 2:30 in the morning and I had to be up at 4:30.
Oh, God.
And so, whatchamacallit, finally Faye Queen was like, good night, Star Sun. She took me off of the stream. Because it was like, they kept asking me questions. And I was like, oh. But anyways, so. But tonight is going to be different. I had a 2-hour power nap. And then, Rachel, I fell asleep on the couch not once, but twice.
Oh, gosh.
I missed the Monday morning meeting with my boss. And then I came home in between our 2 filming things and fell asleep again. So tonight, I'm going to go nappies. I'm going to go bed-bye. And I know Moon was threatening to tattle to Choco.
Uh-oh.
I'm shocked I didn't get a WhatsApp from her like, you didn't go to sleep. That means she must be busy right now. But anyways, so why don't you lead us out with some announcements?
Announcements. So I'm working on streaming at least 6 days a week right now. I need to pick a night off, and I'm not sure if it's going to be Tuesday or Thursday. But either way, on one of those days, I won't be here. And on the other of the days, I'll be streaming Tears of the Kingdom. And then I'll probably take Tuesday, honestly. Tuesday is probably a better day for me.
Tuesdays are a good day.
Mm-hmm. And Wednesday, I will be on the midweek hump with a guest, Jessica Reloaded. Thursday, I will be playing Tears of the Kingdom, is what it sounds like I'm going to do. Friday, I'll be playing Tears of the Kingdom. Saturday, we might, maybe, this is not a guarantee, start a 7 Days to Die server. So that'll be me and Darylyn, and we'll, and other people who care to join us. We're going to shoot zombies and build things and yell at each other. It's basically what we do. But we'll probably do that on Saturday and Sunday. And then I'll be back here on Monday with my dear friend Starson.
And don't think I'm not going to actually be thinking about this the potential trip on the side. But anyways, so
we'll figure it out. We will.
I like planning things. Anyways, so as for me, yes, I am going to stream tomorrow. I promise. I am going to start filming some collaborations this week. You saw Big T talking earlier. You guys saw my video last week. I made sure we made connections. This week, we are talking about certain what? Oh,
he reminded me that I'm also baking on locals every Saturday.
Oh, that is something I'm going to try to do with her. We're going to test that Blondie's recipe guy.
She really wants to torture me.
I do, because I'm betting you.
I don't like peanut butter.
I'm betting it's going to be better. Use almond butter.
Are you trying to kill me now? I'm allergic to tree nuts.
Shit. Well, then we'll figure out something.
There is no other option. There's just the peanut butter.
Do not tell me that, because that means I have to research.
You go right ahead. If you can find a nut that is not a tree nut. Also, coconut applies in this. I am allergic to coconut as well.
I just gotta look harder. That's all. That's all I heard. So there. Anyways, so I'm going to be, as you guys know, Mother to Smothered on Sundays at 11 p.m. I'm here every Monday night or 10 p.m. with Horror and Marata, my darling. Tuesdays, 12 to 3, you will see me streaming. We're going to be chatting and drawing tomorrow. I'm going to be having a lot of these tomorrow. Thursday, we're going to be having a video about the privilege of being fat and flying.
Ooh, fat
all that bullshit. Do you know how many times I have filmed this video? I'm pretty sure I have filmed the fat and flying shit, if you're including the Sydney Watson shit, 5 times.
Wow.
5 times. I'm going to include little snippets from all of it. And this week, I am going to finally record what everyone's been asking about. We're going to talk about water talk. It's going to be next week. Because I am actually triggered.
Oh, did they do something new?
It's the same shit.
Okay.
I'm just still pissed about it.
Understandable.
I'm still angry. I'm still affronted.
I don't blame you. I would be too.
But shut up, Future Choco. Every time I talk about water, then I gotta drink it. That's all I talk about, guys. I am getting a little loopy. Warden was right. I am tired, but I also am operating off of like 2 hours of sleep for 48 hours. So why are you glaring at me?
Oh, I'm not glaring at you. Sorry.
Oh. Like what I do. Not water talk. Water talk. My throat ain't that sore, Esteban. But guys, remember to get your animals fixed. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them to be safe. So everyone, I love you. Be safe. Horror
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
Be safe.
You too.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.